This is all that's left. All the water is dried up, aside from right next to the culvert. And even that's going to be dried up in the next couple days. All of our salamander babies, they're all gone. These guys, they'll all be gone in a couple days too. I'm wondering if the shift we're seeing in our climate is what's causing this. We had a lot of rain, and then it started to warm up a little bit, and then we had all those freezing periods, and it got really, really cold. And so the salamanders waited, and then by the time that they finally laid their eggs, it just was too late. Spring is already in full bloom. It's warm. It's like 70 degrees today. We haven't had rain in about 2 weeks. It's just bad timing. So this was a bad year for them. There won't be any new salamanders this year, unfortunately. So that's pretty sad. So, okay. I'm just really sad about what happened. I get that nature she's a cruel mistress, right? Like, everybody knows that. Like, there is just nature is very unforgiving. And, like, I understand that. And not that it didn't bother me that some died, but, like, I was expecting it. Like, that's just what happens, right? Like, I knew, obviously, that not all the egg masses were going to survive, but I didn't think they were all going to die like that. Kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm upset about it. And like, luckily I was able to rescue a couple. And so, like, maybe 12 to 15 babies might hatch, and I might be able to release like 5 or 8 back into the restoration site once they now become terrestrial, which I thought that I was going to have the option to release them back in their aquatic stage if I needed to, based on not being able to find any food, but that is no longer an option. So and I can't just release them into any pond. They need to come back from where they came from, and that's the whole point anyway. So now we have to makeshift our own pond, and it's not like they were the eggs that, like, the undeveloped eggs that got eaten by the ducks or were I found dead for who knows why. They were developed, okay? Like, they had gills. Like, they were wiggling around. They were sentient beings, like, and they just dried out. Like, what a horrible death, and then all of the macroinvertebrates just scrambling, staying super close together in this small little puddle of water. I get a lot of people don't care. They're probably think I'm being over dramatic, or oh, they're just bugs, they're just salamanders, they're not important, their lives don't matter, whatever. But they do, and it's really sad to me to see them just waste away. It's not even like they got eaten, you know, like they weren't even a part of the food chain. It was, they dried out. I mean, like, that would be like if we ran out of air, you know, and we suffocated to death. That's essentially what ended up happening to all of them. So many of them, so many lives lost. And now I'm just, like, I didn't even want to work out there today. I was gonna dig out the reed canary grass. Since I guess now there's no water, but the water level was pretty low on Tuesday. And so today is Thursday. So I thought, oh, this is a great time to dig up reed canary grass because it grows in the water. But I just I don't even want to be out there right now. I'm just sad. It's just not, I don't even want to look at it. So I did rescue one egg mass that I saw that was still alive and still still gelatinousy. Like, it hadn't dried out yet. It was attached to one of the sedge grasses, so I just put that into a container with, I couldn't even get enough pond water to fill up the small container, so I had to use some of my water to put in there, my drinking water. And then I took a net and I moved around some leaves, which I tried to pick up a leaf and put in there as well, and I tried to catch as many of the macrovertebrates that were in the small puddle that I could get without getting leeches, because I think the leeches can live in the mud. I don't know that much about leeches. I just don't like them. They're gross. That doesn't mean they don't deserve to be alive. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I don't care about leeches, so I'm gonna let them just dry out and die. I think that they can live in the mud, and I don't know what would happen if I put them into. I don't know enough about leeches to like mess around with that. So I did get a small container of all the things that I could actually rescue and save, and I don't know what Will's gonna say when he comes home and there is even more freaking pond crap all over the place. Not that he's not happy about it, but like, kind of taking over our lives a little bit. I do have to release all of the salamanders that I have in my care. That was made very clear to me by him for good. I mean, it is illegal to collect wildlife. You cannot go out and collect wildlife without a permit, and you shouldn't. You should never go out and just collect wildlife. And I wouldn't have collected them if their lives hadn't been in danger. Like, they were literally gonna die. Like, today they would have died. The ones that I have from earlier, I think from like last week, they were also in a position where they were about to get dried out. I could have easily put them back into the water at that point in time, but I just had this feeling that maybe I should just take this one egg mass, and in case anything were to happen, because I kept seeing a dramatic decrease in their population. But I did get an okay to do it, and it is, you know, for research. I am a student. This is my project, and I do have 100% intent to release them back in that exact spot that I found them once they reach their terrestrial stage. So at no point am I keeping these as pets or like releasing them where I didn't find them or anything of that nature. I just want to make that very clear. Like, don't look at me taking these baby salamanders and being like, oh, I can go take baby salamanders or baby frogs or baby newts or whatever it might be. Like, please leave the wildlife where it belongs. It's one thing if like you're rehabbing it and you have all the knowledge and experience and resources to do that, and you're going to release it once you're done. Like, I've done that. I understand that. But don't just go out and, start taking wildlife out of the wild. You're doing more harm than good. So yeah, I just want to update, like that's kind of where I'm at this point in time. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm at with all of this, like I just, I don't know how to feel about anything at the moment, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it did upset me. I am an empathetic person, so I feel like it hits a little harder than it normally would, and I'm gonna be sad for the rest of the day. But I am gonna spend the time to get my temporary pond. We're not ready for an actual backyard pond yet, so that's our project for next year. So I just have a Tupperware container outside. It's like one of those like where you put your Christmas decorations in, like that kind of container. So I'll just fill it up with leaf litter and dechlorinated water. Have the sedge that I got from the site, which I should let you guys know too. Like, I'm not keeping that sedge either. The school bought and paid for that for the restoration, and it will go back once I am done. Like, when I take the terrestrial salamanders back, I'll also take the sedge back and replant it. Yeah, I need more aquatic plants though. So I need to hit up the aquarium store. So yeah, I got a lot to figure out too. So that's that. Okay, well, thanks for sticking around for the update, I guess. I guess we won't have... I can still update on what they're doing at my home, but they won't be in the restoration site for a while. So, I don't know if you're interested in that. I will continue to post pictures of them on my Instagram, which is wilderness_notes. I just posted something about them today, actually. The ones at home, not the ones at the restoration site. So if you want to follow their little rehab rehab journey, that's a good spot to look for that. So, alright, well, I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, so here's the tiny container that I saved with the one sedge grass. You can see our little developing guy. It's so cute. And then there's the tub with 5 gallons of water in it. So my plan is to put this into here, and I'm gonna let this little egg mass salamander do whatever happens to it. I did put like a little chicken wire fencing around so that the dogs can't get in here. The sedge in, and then I'm gonna go get some like floating plants to offer some, not only just shade, but shelter from predators like birds and squirrels and I don't know, whatever else is going to eat them. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. But I know there's at least, let's see, there's 2 in this one. Get it good.